Yo guys, what's good, man? We need to talk about Red Dead Redemption 1. So recently I did play Red Dead 2, so I sort of done, well, I've done them back to front, but I think that's the preferred way to play this game. Red Dead 2 is going backwards in time, where Red Dead 1 is going forwards in time. So the games are back to front sort of, so I think I like the way I've done it. Obviously in this one, we are playing as John Marston. The OG, John Marston. I still don't know, I can't make my mind up who I like more, Arthur Morgan or John. You know, they both have the characters, don't they? They both have the characters. But anyway, starting off in Red Dead 1, it did come out in 2010, I believe, 2010. So it's a fairly old game, you know, going into 2025. That would probably be considered an old game. Don't let that deter you. Do not let that deter you from playing this game. If you love Red Dead 2 and you thought, wow,
you're like a dog with a bone, aren't you?
I might play that one, go and play it. It has had a graphic overhaul, so if you can get that version of the game, a lot of people are saying to use GTA Plus, which is like a subscription fee that you pay monthly over on there. You're probably best doing that, because most cases I've been looking, the game is around $30 to $40 still. So it is fairly still an expensive game for an old one. That's like maybe a little cheat code for you. GTA Plus. Play the game. If you can get it done in a month or maybe even 2 months, you know, you'd just save money by doing it that way. Let me know if that works for you guys, because that's the only way I found out to do it. Yeah, game's great. The Pinkertons, you know, they're basically like the FBI or something like that back in the late 1800s there, start of the 1900s. I've basically got John. They want him to go down and hunt the rest of the gang. So you start off on a train, he drops you off back into like the western part and all that, and you go and hunt down some of the old gang members. If you remember from Red Dead 2, you know what I'm on about. You know, there's some guys betrayed us. So he betrayed us. So you're gonna go back, because along the way you're gonna meet some awesome characters. And this is something I have had to say. Rockstar, the old Rockstar, like the GTA games and stuff like that, some of the characters always used to be really unhinged, not a realistic character at all. And like in Red Dead 2, you know, yeah, we had them characters, but they were sort of humanized. Like they come across as they could have been real people. That's the best way to describe them too. In one, you've got characters who are just totally insane. Like you've got Irish. He's brilliant. One of the best characters in the game, and there's many other ones as well, like one's digging graves up and stuff like that. Characters you're going to come across, you're going to be like, that guy's insane, and that makes it feel like more of a game for me anyway. Again, the only qualms I have with the game, some parts felt dead. Like you go into the cities, there's not many NPCs, but then you have to think to yourself, well, it is an old game. I wouldn't expect hundreds of NPCs to be walking around doing jobs, so keep that in mind when you play the game. You know, you will have moments like that. Again, the shooting, it has like this the best way I can describe it's like a semi-auto lock. So you have your crosshairs as you're firing. It has to be sort of accurate, but not always, you know what I mean? If it's like around there, you'll pull shots off, but it just comes across as a strange interaction as you're doing it. I don't know, you guys, if you've played it, you know what I mean? It just feels a little bit iffy, but yeah, you do get used to it. Again, all the rest of the parts of the game, you should be playing this game in 2025, 100%. Traveling over as well, half of the game, you know, it's like in America, and then halfway through the game, you do travel over to like Mexico. Again, you're hunting down some of the old members of the team. You meet like the army, and obviously you can probably imagine the Mexican army, you know, there's some iffy things going on there. You're going to have some interactions with them. A lot of promises. Always saying to you, yeah, they're going to help you out, but you're doing missions and missions. You know, they're basically using John for his generosity. The game is really good. It's really good. There's a DLC for it as well. Undead Nightmare DLC. Now, a lot of people said to me, this is one of the best DLCs they've ever played. A lot of people saying it's the best DLC they've ever played. For me, it was a good DLC. It was good. I know where people are coming from. Like, it had its comedy scenes. There's a lot of comedy to it, and obviously, you know, you got your zombies running around after you and stuff like that, and then missions. But there was a lot of filler content. There was one of them. Oh my god, there's a mission where you have to capture two different types of plants in 2 different regions. So there's one in the snow part and one in the desert. You have to go around and wait for them like to spawn in on the floor and then pick these plants up to advance further through the story. There was like parts where we had to burn graves down and then zombies come out the ground. That part was, I'll be honest, and then like protecting the town and stuff like that, bit repetitive. That was the only part that I found really repetitive. I tried to only do the minimal parts of that. But apart from that, like doing the story and stuff like that, you definitely can't go wrong. If you do love the story, you'll go on to do the DLC. You know what? And like I said, for a game that came out in 2010, the graphics held up really well with the overhaul. Should you be playing this, guys, in 2025? 100% you should be playing it. 100%. If you played Red Dead 2 and you love Red Dead 2, you need to get the rest of the story, guys. Go and get the rest of the story. Best time to do it now with the overhaul and stuff like that. People ask for my ratings over on this. We've got to take into account that it's an old game. It's had a rehaul. It's not like, you know, it's not up there with the latest games. But we're going to go with like, I'll go with an 8.2. We'll give it an 8.2, which is high estimate for me over on the channel. Guys, if you do like the content, I do appreciate any love and support we can get over here. Like, share, comment, drop us a sub. We're also live over on Twitch there as well. If you ever want to catch any of the laughs, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.